Hey everyone, and welcome to Walking the Path YouTube channel. This YouTube channel I'm dedicating to A Course in Miracles. So these videos I'm going to be doing here, I'm going to be sharing with you what I've learned and my experiences from studying and practicing A Course in Miracles. And as with any spiritual practice, it's all about living it. It's all about practicing it. So I'm going to do my best to communicate to you these ideas and what they mean to me because of my experiences and practices with A Course in Miracles. So just to let you know, if I say the words he, him, father, son, brother, I'm speaking on the level of spirit where there's no such thing as gender because there's no such thing as separation. So if I use any of those terms, then I know they are a patriarchal term, but if they somehow trigger you in that fashion, let me know and I'll do a video, that can be very helpful in how to see those words. So, matter of fact, I'll probably go ahead and do that video anyway. So I'll be taking certain subjects, it could be forgiveness, the ego, the Holy Spirit, atonement. There are many, many different subjects and ideas, and I'll be talking about the same thing over and over, but giving you a different perspective and how to see it. Because, our understanding is so important when it comes to A Course in Miracles. And the only way we can really understand it is to experience it. That's why in the very beginning, Jesus says in the Course that this is an experiential course, not a theoretical one. So it's all about experiencing. And once we experience it, then we know the true meaning of it, like forgiveness. If you never really experience the effect of forgiveness, by being willing to really apply it in a situation. Once you do experience it, then you know it. Without that willingness to really apply it as we are directed to by the Holy Spirit, you can't really understand the meaning of it. But once we have that experience, then it's like, that's the real meaning of it. And that experience comes from the result, the effect of it, from our willingness to apply it. So I'll be talking a lot about that. I'll be mentioning a lot of different words and phrases over and over because, as the Course says, repetition is necessary for our learning. So I'm not going to be going into how A Course in Miracles came about and the history of A Course in Miracles because there's a lot of really, really good videos on YouTube already explaining this. And there's a lot of good teachers that can explain it much better than I could. So I'm just going to kind of stick with what I think can be most helpful here, and that's just sharing with you how to apply these ideas and how to practice it, and just keep encouraging you to keep practicing it, and maybe showing you ways of how to do it and how not to do it. Because trust me, some of our biggest learning experiences come from when we don't apply it and when it's called for, and then that helps us actually really understand the importance of applying it. So to give you a little bit about a background about me and how I came across A Course in Miracles, I originally bought A Course in Miracles when I was living in Sedona back in the late 80s. And I started reading it, and I really liked what it was saying about the ego because I was fairly new into spirituality. It's kind of beginning on a spiritual path. And none of the other books I was reading were talking about the ego, and the Course was. And I liked that. But of course, another book came along, another channel book, and another bright, shining object that got my attention, and I put the Course down. And I always kept it with me every time I did move. And then in 2003, I read The Disappearance of the Universe by Gary Renard. And after I read that book, it helped me to understand what the Course is really about. And I picked it up and I haven't put it down since. So if you are new to the Course, or you're thinking about really wanting to study A Course in Miracles, or maybe you gave up on it because you just couldn't understand it, I would highly recommend reading The Disappearance of the Universe, because that book really, really lays out what the Course is all about in a way. It's actually a really good story, but it'll do it in a way that really will inspire you to pick the Course up and study it from that perspective now. And so that's what I'm going to be doing here, is just trying to share some short videos on certain ideas and topics that can help you deepen your understanding of it and practicing of it, because that it's very, very helpful to have those who have gone before us, like so many have taught me, to share with us okay, here's a way of looking at it, and keep practicing. Even when you fail, keep trying again, and then keep trying again. So it's this habit we're developing, because a course is a mind training course. We have to train our mind to choose the Holy Spirit as our guided teacher instead of the ego, because we grow up thinking the ego that's all we are and that's who we are, without understanding what's really going on there. So once we have get an idea, there is another voice, there's another teacher, another guide, another part of our mind that can guide us. Then it opens up that internal guidance to us. So I'll be encouraging you to keep practicing, giving you ideas how to practice and how to perceive things, or not, well, I should say how to look at things. That can be very helpful for you. So anyway, be sure to subscribe and like this channel, like this video. And each time I come out with a new video, you'll get it in your feed. And if you have any comments, suggestions, questions, or if you have an idea for a video you'd like me to talk about, please leave that in the comment section, and I'll do my best to get to that for you. If it's a subject that I don't feel I'm qualified to even talk about, I don't have an understanding, I'll let you know that too. So anyway, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.